This is the Australian stock market closing report for Friday the 13th of May 2016. There were very few leads for the ASX in the overnight session, with the US major averages closing flat. The US dollar strengthened by 0.5%, which pressured commodities. However, crude oil was able to buck the trend to close slightly higher. The ASX 200 closed to the downside by 30 points or 0.57% to 5,329. The daily trading range for the benchmark index was 62 points, with the high of the session at 5,371 and the low of the session at 5,309. Market breadth indicated the day was dominated by sellers, with 69 advancing stocks versus 117 declining stocks and 14 stocks unchanged. The majority of the ASX sectors closed in the red. However, all but one of the non-cyclical sectors were able to squeeze out marginal gains. The utility sector reversed some of yesterday's losses to close to the upside by 1%, with AusNet Services closing higher by 1.85%, AGL Energy closed up 1.3%, and APA Group closed up 1%. The consumer discretionary sector was the only cyclical sector to close to the upside, demonstrating relative strength to the overall benchmark index, closing higher by 0.83%. APN News and Media closed higher by 15.7%, Aristocrat Leisure closed to the upside 7.1%, and Domino's Pizza Enterprises closed higher by 2.8%. The financial sector closed to the downside by 0.55%, with Gateway Lifestyle Group the weakest component, closing down 1.4%. The Bank of Queensland was down 1.4%, and Westpac was lower by 1.3%. The Commonwealth Bank was down 1.1% or 85 cents to $77.39. National Australia Bank was off 0.9% or 25 cents to $28.90, and ANZ was lower by 0.8% or 19 cents to $24.11. The consumer staples sector was in focus in today's trading, with the sector closing down 1.51%. Woolworths closed down 2.95%, Australian Agriculture closed down 2.3%, and Coca-Cola Amatil closed down 2.05%. After a few days of making significant gains, the metals and mining sector experienced profit taking today, with the sector closing down 1.95%. Iluka Resources was lower by 5.65%, Resolute Mining was down 4.95%, and BlueScope Steel was lower by 4.1%. The resource bellwethers were lower today, with BHP Billiton down 2.1% or 39 cents to $18.20. Rio Tinto was lower by 2.72% or $1.25 to $44.65. There was no economic data in today's session. However, the yield on the Australian 10-year bond closed lower by 4 basis points to 2.27%. Today's 5 most active stocks were Telstra Corporation down 1.4%, Fortescue Metals down 1.8%, Qantas Airways lower by 2.7%, APN News and Media up 15.7%, and Myers Holdings up 2.1%. The 5 best performers were APN News and Media, Aristocrat Leisure higher by 7.1%, Mineral Resources up 5.7%, Credit Corp Group up 5.2%, and Domino's Pizza Enterprises higher by 2.8%. The 5 worst performers were Iluka Resources down 5.65%, Liquefied Natural Gas lower by 4.4%, BlueScope Steel down 4.1%, Cleanaway Waste down 3.7%, and Sims Metal lower by 3.6%. The Australian dollar is down 0.4%, trading below 73 US cents to 72.90 US cents. Spot gold is currently higher by 0.4%, trading to $1,276 US dollars, and crude oil is lower in the Asian session, down 0.8% to $46.33. This has been the Australian Stock Market Closing Report for Friday the 13th of May 2016, and I've been your host, Aaron First. I'll see you again next time.